Y el tópico es comunicaciones.
Yeah, communication in romantic relations.
Dale.
Oh,
Make up. Welcome to Remember to Forget.
Easy spirituality for curious souls with Danny
And Alex.
Today we're gonna talk about
Romantic relationship and the communication on that, or the discommunication. So,
the first question is, what do we tend to hide in our partners?
to our partners. In our partners.
And how it affects the relation.
Okay. I mean, if I had to tell you, I'm not hiding anymore, so.
No?
No.
You don't hide anything?
No, I'm saying if I'm telling you what I'm hiding to you, it's not hiding anymore.
Sure, but the point is how we tend not to communicate of our preferences, of what do we like, what we don't like, and for example...
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, for example, one of the things that I observe that a lot of relationships or a lot of people tend to hide to relationships is if, for example, you found someone attractive. I did have a friend that she told me, my boyfriend never seen an ass till he's with me. And it's
All
like,
the asses are blurred. Huh?
yeah, no. No, it's kind of pixel of all the asses.
You know, and it's censored.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of, it's all going in the, in
yeah,
the censor.
Censor us. And I was like, are you lying to yourself or is he's lying to you, or how does it work? And on that is, I believe that in somehow, whenever you meet someone, there are kind of common grounds. And there is, within relationship, there are people that they are super happy on hiding stuff. It's kind of, I do prefer not to see that than to know.
Can I interrupt you here?
Yeah.
For me, what I see as well, that coming from a different background or for a culture where this is not well seen, and if you do it in front of your partner, it's considered that you don't respect it, you're not into the relation, you kind of what you're doing here. And that is kind of for both partners, it's coming of, let's lie to each other, let's pretend that we are only one for each other.
Yeah, exactly. I think that on that, I mean, there are two different situations. Of course, if I would be in a relationship, if in this relationship you go and you're touching someone else's ass in front of me, it's like, what the fuck? Unless we agree that it was fine. But to say, since I'm with you, you are the only beautiful woman in the world, that is not true. And you're accepting that. Or you're accepting, I will never feel anything, I will never feel anything from someone else since I'm with you.
Sure, and from here I see that is going wrong in many directions, so you're not transparent, you're not honest, and that's just the first build, no? And then you just continue to see someone maybe afterwards and getting engaged with someone, and you're not gonna be honest about this, you just continue hide. So whenever you are together at the beginning, you'll pretend that we are still fine in the relation, and it's kind of already wrong foot outside of a relation. It's kind of already going off-road from the relations because there is no transparency, there is no honesty into how do you perceive each other in the relation. And from there, meeting someone, going meetings and dating, sleeping with someone, it's already kind of off.
Yeah,
no? Or what?
And I think that in this, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have an open relationship, but that you are having an open transparency on that. That what I mean is, it doesn't mean that because you find someone attractive, you will just go and jump on it, but that you won't hide me the part of, yeah, she's good looking. And we can talk about, yeah, actually, this person has a lot of very good qualities, and I do find attraction on that. Another thing that I've seen that a lot of people tend to hide is finance. I did meet a lot of couples that one of them doesn't really know how much money the couple is making. even if they're married.
A partner.
The partner is mating. So, for example, he or she is a CEO or whatever, and she's not involved into the finance, especially happening that the woman is not involved in the finance of the family.
It's kind of a man is the one who is taking care of.
Yeah, but also there is a hidden aspect on that. It's not only that he's taking care, but if you done money with crypto, you don't tell me.
No, if if I lose them, I don't tell you. But if I make, I will tell you. I will let you know.
500 times, it's like,
the 50 euros that I did make it, I will let you know. Not only
every
once.
day.
And what will be the common ground and values, and what is negotiable and what is not? For example, when you're in a relation, what should be a base in order to build a healthy, a strong, reliable, fulfilling relation?
I think it really depends on the couple, because every couple has different common grounds or different values. For example, for me is transparency and honesty. And inner work. It's like, okay, not to throw everything on me, and to actually analyze if I having a problem with you, is it you the problem, or is a childhood trauma that I'm carrying, for example. But there are different common bases on relationships, but I find that at the beginning sometimes it doesn't tend to be very clarified. So you are starting a relationship without actually knowing what the person is thinking, or hoping that the person would change. So for example, someone is saying, I don't want to have kids, I don't want to be married, I don't want to travel around the world. And hidden inside yourself, you do want to have kids, you don't want to get married, you don't want to travel around the world, and you are stopping that to happen in order to try to convince the other person that is right for you. That for me is exactly when it's already a non-go, and there is very lack chance that it will work, because if there is not common goals or common ground or common values, eventually in the future one of them will have to let their dreams for the other person.
Yeah, I agree. In a way of discussing how do we look towards life, and to which direction we look in life. So as I was saying about the kids, about traveling, about a career, maybe about a place to live, because someone wants to live in a big city and to have a city life, and someone's like, no, but actually I enjoy to be more in nature. I like to have my peaceful and calm surroundings. And from here, for example, at the beginning you trade it and you say, okay, let's live in the city, knowing that you're not gonna like it. When you're living there, you start to build up frustration, you start to build up hate towards your partner, but you yet not share it. You are not open about this, you're not transparent about this, and at some point, whenever the cup is full, you already explode towards expressing it to your partner, and it's no calm, patient way of saying it. It's kind of from explosion, and in another side, the partner will see that, wow, you have so much hatred towards me, and it will mostly of the time will reply in the same aggressive way that you say it, and from there it's kind of a miscommunication, and that started from the lack of transparency from very beginning, or lack of transparency towards yourself too.
Exactly, this is what I was going to say. Sometimes you don't even know what you want, but something that I heard and I find amazing is actually a romantic relationship. It's like you are on the train and someone come and sit next to you on the station. And maybe that person stay for 1, 2, 3 stations, maybe for the rest of your life. But in the moment that you are changing your station to fit in someone else's train, then is when happen that when the relationship break, you think, I lose 5 years of my life. And that is actually what creates a lot of tension in relationship, because you are not fulfilling your dreams in order to make the relationship happen, and it will never happen. It will never actually succeed because you are not who you want to be. So at the end, one of the things that I find very bad is that we tend to believe that romantic relationships are the normality when it's an exception. It's an exception that actually we are sharing the station for a long time and we keep choosing. We have the same goals, we have the same values. It's super unique actually to have a common ground with another person. When you are in your life, you are changing so many times your point of view, your perceptions, your ideas.
Yeah, we do change along the way. We do change our perspective of who you are, about what do you want to do, with whom you want to relate, what kind of friends you want to have. So along the way, of course, you're going to change. And it's beautiful to share the path in an honest way. And somehow what I tend to see, for example, in the relation that we have, a mirror of where I am in life. Because if I do choose a partner which is toxic, means somehow this toxicity in me, which I don't see it, and you just help me to see it. And in this way, you can see how you're moving towards in life. And for sure, if you, at the beginning, betraying your preferences for the preferences of your partner, then you find along the way that you're just losing time.
Yeah, 100%. And something that I found interesting is we did met a couple that they were having an idea of Celtic marriage. So that was...
What is a Celtic marriage?
That was one of the questions. So what that was meaning is that every year they were reviewing their vows. So every year they were saying, okay, what do we expect from the relationship this year? What do we want to accomplish? What are our grounds, common grounds now? Do we want to keep having an open relationship, a close relationship? Are we thinking about having kids? So every year, it's not that, okay, I have a commitment for the rest of my life, but every year I'm
Rechoosing.
reescribing,
Redescribe?
rewriting what are we committed for. And if you are still on the same page.
Well, with this I see as well sometimes we choose a partner and then we're reaching a point in life that you stop showing that you love your person, no? your partner. And somehow if a partner is asking, I think most of the time is related to a man, that the man is kind of for both, but I tend to see more as a man that just, yeah, if I'm with you, it means that I love you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be with you. It's by the way Daniela who told about this, which is quite true. That adapting this Celtic approach, it's somehow having a review of the relation, having a review about what do I want from you, what do I want from the relations, where we're going. And if we along the way finding out that we are changed so much but in a different directions, means that okay, I'm happy that I've been with you until now and we grow so much, but it looks like we are not anymore in the same direction, and it's perfectly fine. It's kind of, we're not designed to be from the beginning to the end of our life together. Or yes, but it have to be reviewed. Otherwise you're ending up 10 years in the relation that you hated, and then something happened and it's like, no, I don't want to be with you anymore. It's like, yeah, me too, since 5 years ago. It's like, fuck, why we didn't talk about this?
Yeah, I think that one of the things is a lot of people consider marriage or relationship as a way of safety. So even to consider the part, because a lot of people are in the relationship because they think, okay, whenever I will get old, I want to be next to someone. So to think about every year there is a chance, of course there is a part of commitment, and a relationship requires discipline, because sometimes you are so much in your mind and you had to remember to wake up and to say, mi amor, I love you, and what you are saying, no? We give the relationship by granted, so we stop putting effort within the relationship, and the relationship is something that you have to water it every day. But whenever you are taking a relationship as a comfort zone, is that for some people to think about, we may not be together the rest of our life, that's a massive taboo.
And at the same time, I think here that that's the point where you stop growing as a as a person, individual, but as well as a couple, as a partnership, as a romantic partnership. It's kind of, if you're not reviewing, somehow you're leaving it to get spider net in a way. It's kind of, you're not reviewing it. It's like having a beautiful car and it's like, yeah, the car is in the garage, but you're not taking it, you're not taking it to the mechanic, and you're not reviewing it if the steering wheel is going well. So I'm seeing it more in this way, how you could apply it in order to review your relationship and if it's okay.
Yes, sometimes also for avoiding any type of discussion, we tend not to go into this kind of conversation. Not to go into a conversation of maybe I'm not really liking this or what you are saying. So eventually you keep holding yourself, and in the moment that you are saying, you explode. And maybe frustration, anger, sadness, or so much appear that the other person is like, wow, who are you?
Sure.
So to have a constant, and it's not from an anxiety part of every 2 seconds you have to tell me that you love me, otherwise you don't love me anymore, of course. But I'm saying, like, to have a checkup within the relation. Just like, are we fine? How are you doing? Do you find me sexy?
I guess this is, as the life is going on, you get caught up with a movie, with scenario, with actions, with characters that you meet along the way, but you forget yourself. Not only in your relation, that you're not checking up how is your partner, if you are all right, but as well you're forgetting about yourself, if you are all right. So having a pause in general in life, I would say it's important to see where are you? Are you satisfied? Where are you right now? Are you satisfied in the relation? Are you satisfied at work? It's kind of re-questioning, or where are you in life?
I think and within a relationship is the most important, because we tend to project, okay, I'm not satisfied because my wife or my husband is not doing this. And at the end, maybe if you're just changing your way of perceiving things or your way of behaving, the other person will change. If my partner is not touchy enough, and it's like, are you actually going for the touch?
Yeah, most of the time we tend to point to what we don't do it.
Exactly.
Bueno, with this, we're going to say bye and going to catch you all in the next time.
See
Ciao,
you.
ciao.
Thank you.